Alright, we have a new chapter of Dr. Stone. They've determined now that the mysterious petrifying light, one of the fundamental mysteries of the series, we still don't really know what it is or how it works, but we know it is a weapon. It's not someone's power. It's not just some sort of chemical reaction, but it's something that can be controlled, limited to a specific range, used kind of tactically and strategically like that. It can be given from person to person such that we know it can be taken and harnessed for the power of good. Okay, so they're infiltrating Kohaku into the master, who is the guy that owns this petrification weapon, into his harem. And in order to do that, they're going to give Kohaku a wonderful makeover. How is this gonna go? Carnifin is cute, not the sort that gets into a harem. Alright, this is the first time we've seen Kohaku in formal wear, I think. They don't mind at all. Yeah, they gotta give her some kind of modesty, some feeling of embarrassment or shyness, I think, in order to seduce the master. Something like that. She's sure making a lot of good faces. Every face on this page is great for its own reasons. She really wants to kick into fight and take her sword and shield into battle. Why are these your go-to accessories? There will be one here, the scientific makeup battle. Do anything with what we've got on hand. I have to sneeze. I can't make myself sneeze, dang. Well, whatever. Plunge ahead. What's gonna happen? We need the lab. So they have the mobile lab that they can launch off of the ship. I don't know if they're gonna bother trying to take it off the ship though, or just go work on it there. Never seen such a massive boat in my life. Already been hijacked by the enemy. So those are those lights. There's torches from people from the Master's camp that after petrifying these strange invaders are now making a ruckus on the ship. For some reason it's like, this is something that I think carries over from One Piece. That makes me really uncomfortable. When you have like a ship, when it's your home base in strange, unknown territory that may be full of enemies, and then the enemies get on the ship and they're like rummaging about and stuff. I think it's like it's an anxiety that goes all the way back to One Piece. Like, do you remember in Thriller Bark, right after they got the Thousand Sunny, and the Thousand Sunny is like fresh and new and exciting, and then in Thriller Bark, one of the things that happens is that the zombies just rob them, and they come back, and the zombies are just carrying all the food off the ship. And it's just like, no, that was supposed to be their place. That was their special sacred place. It's So now, anytime this is sort of the plot line, it's just like, duh. Friends, a direct assault, out of the question, even though their friends are right there, petrified. You know, I was shocked at how quickly the story was moving. That everyone got petrified, the petrified weapon was here. But I gotta say, this is like nice, clever shonen storytelling where you want to like limit the number of people actively involved in an arc. Otherwise, the writing becomes really, really difficult. And this is quite an elegant way to do it, you know? They're there, they're visible, you can constantly remember the jeopardy they're in, but it's they're also completely not there. They won't have any impact on the story. And Jumbo Size gives you the master. That's not the master. That would be Minister Ibarra. Consults with the masters. Relays orders to everyone else. Move the island's top brass. Looks like a dweeb. Looks like someone we're going to take down. Very well done indeed, Kirisame. This is one of the girls we saw in the flashback that attacked our informant girl here, one of the ones that was wielding the petrification weapon. This guy is huge. More and more, we're shifting to One Piece mode. where all the villains are physically very large. Fantastic craft in such tip-top condition is sure to make the master very pleased. Equipment on the ship is beyond our understanding. Sorcery by those who escape the island. We have to destroy it once. Now, I mean, what she said there, had it been run with, would be such a tragic loss of progress, and I don't even know what they would do to begin to recover from that if their ship just gets burned down. Good God. And it could burn down fast. There is oil on that ship. So here, this minister guy, I think his kind of like arrogance and his need to be in charge of this has really saved them. Fashion for the curls in the hair. Oh no! Knocks over the chrome statue, and it's smashed to smithereens. This is dangerous. If Yuzuriha or other people equipped, skilled in handicrafts have all been left at home, how will they put the statues back together again before being revived? Don't worry, it won't blow up our entire plane. Okay, so she's just trying to be a little stealthy. She's gonna ruin her new clothes. Oh my god, Gen had himself tied to her. Was that ever shown explicitly? Oh, yeah, back here. Gen is like reeling her in. That's what's going on there. But she snaps it effortlessly, of course. In which case, I just need to get within shouting distance. Ooh. How did she get back from the ship so quickly? This girl's actually crazy strong, isn't it? Isn't she? And Kohaku, very rarely, on a rare occasion, taken totally by surprise. Also, even more rare, without her weaponry. Jeez, I did not see this chapter going anywhere in this direction. That we're getting a full-on fight scene. I thought this was just supposed to be a fun makeover chapter. I thought we'd forgotten about how traumatizing it was that all of your friends got turned to stone. I thought that was just going to be like tomorrow's problem, or perhaps the day after that. And that we were having fun trying to make Kohaku into a proper submissive lady-like lady. But no, it's still Kohaku. We still get a fight scene. Let's go. Oh man, look, she can't move. Strong probably. Kirisami, one of the island's fiercest warriors. Too much to handle barehanded. In which case, to fight back, it has to be now. So I think she had a secret weapon prepared for her infiltration. The dress is just wrecked, so either way, you gotta start all over again. And this is bad too, because how is Kohaku gonna get into the harem now? If Kirisami is just like, oh yeah, that girl is totally spying on us. Like, this girl is super suspicious, and also pretty amazing in a fight. Lab, she shouts, praying desperately that someone on the ship has evaded petrification. And we know that Suika, our girl, got kicked away by Rusui to safety just in the last instant. Need lab somewhere or other. Most would know that word. Only our allies in the Kingdom of Science would, so it's actually speaking in code. Alright, pretty clever. And Gen, I think, is impressed as well by this maneuver. But they need to watch out, because if they get spotted, if their group gets spotted by people associated with the Master, then there's no way that the harem infiltration plan will ever work. They need to maintain innocence. Lab, old buddy, old pal. Sounds like your girlfriend needs you. Ah. Lab. Lab and I are romantically involved. How far is she going to go with this joke? How far is she going to take it in order to be convincing? I think we're about to see... Yo! The Kisu. Senkyu is not into it. Okay, so they're able to come up with a plausible excuse for I guess all of this, that Senkyu and, Lab and Kohaku were out bumming around. Kohaku sees Lab with this other girl, freaks out, and then Kirisami shows up, has no idea what's going on, just attacks, and she's like, oh geez. But seems to have bought this as a plausible explanation. So now the harem infiltration plan can be back on, I guess. Okay. Okay, alright. I like that we have one panel of what looks like a serious business kiss between Lab and Kohaku. You know, with the smooch speech bubble censoring what's really going on, which is, of course, a swing and a miss. So it's like, you know, if you ship these two, if you read Dr. Stone for the shipping, I don't really get why you would, but if, you know, whatever floats your boat, you got this. You got this one panel. You can take this one panel to the bank. You can use this and extrapolate whatever happy life you'd like afterwards. But then, you know, it's not really what's happening. This is another wonderful kind of cake-eat dichotomy overcoming of manga. That we both get to show exactly what this would look like if serious, you know? And that picture is just there forever. You can look at it as often as you want, for as long as you want, in as much isolation as you want. But then really, we also get the story progressing with it not happening. Nice. Well, farce was pointless if there are no survivors on the ship. Realize that there has to be someone. Oh, is it our swimming boy? Ginro? He managed to jump off the boat in time. And now is hiding out in a barrel with some water and some food, wondering how long he can last. It's time for him to be heroic. It's time for him to make good on his big dramatic entrance to the ship. A little too late. We need to get the Kohaku makeup arc back on track. We're like 3 or 4 steps removed now from actually depetrifying the crew, but he needs to realize that him getting the lab out to the mainland is like a major point of this. A major power up for the good guys in this situation. Okay, another good chapter. We'll continue on with this really bizarre arc. I kind of like that Kohaku got a proper fight scene. She didn't get to like fight back as much, but we remembered, you know, how cool she is. Because it feels like things are going to get worse for her before they get better. And yeah, she really helped out too. She definitely had the right idea here. Gen was able to kind of smooth it over even more to kind of get them entirely out of the jam. But it seems like he couldn't have come up with this idea of just shouting. Shouting a word that no one else could comprehend besides the allies. It's cool. All right. Let's look forward to the next chapter.